Your car throws a warning light, hesitates, stalls, or shifts rough, and the shop wants $300 just to diagnose it. Here's the truth. Many of these problems aren't mechanical failures. They're confused computers storing temporary faults after voltage dips or sensor glitches. Modern cars run on software, and software sometimes needs a reset. Today, I'll show you simple reset tricks that cost nothing, take minutes, and could save you thousands in unnecessary repairs. Reset 1. Ignition key, on-off, cycling reset. A warning light suddenly appears, and the shop wants money fast. Many older cars trigger false codes due to low battery voltage or electrical glitches. This reset works well on older models like the Toyota Camry, Honda Accord, Ford F-150, Chevy Malibu, and Nissan Altima. It helps clear temporary faults without replacing parts or paying diagnostic fees. It works because older electronic control units store short-term errors in memory. Voltage drops or sensor delays confuse the system, triggering warning lights even when nothing is broken. The ignition cycling process forces modules to reboot and resync. It refreshes communication between sensors and the car's computer, restoring normal operation. Here is the step-by-step method. Insert the key and turn it to the on position without starting the engine. Wait until the dashboard lights finish their checks. Turn the key back off. Repeat this cycle 3 to 5 times, slowly. On the final cycle, start the engine and let it idle quietly. After the reset, some lights may disappear immediately. Check engine, traction control, or ABS lights sometimes clear on their own. The car may idle slightly unevenly at first. That is normal. The ECU enters a relearn phase and starts adjusting fuel trims, idle speed, and sensor readings as you drive gently. Do not use this reset if the car makes a loud mechanical noise, has brake issues, or has flashing warning lights. This method cannot fix broken parts. It only clears temporary electronic confusion. When used correctly, it restores performance for free and avoids unnecessary repairs. Always try this before spending money. Reset 2. Battery disconnect reset. Shops charge $200 just to diagnose a rough-running engine. Most of the time, the ECU isn't broken. It's confused. And you can clear these symptoms for free, but only if you follow the procedure correctly. I once had a driver swear he tried this reset and nothing changed. When I asked how he did it, I realized he skipped one crucial step. He never pressed the brake pedal while the engine was off to drain the stored power fully. That small detail makes a big difference. Modern electronic control units store adaptive memory. They learn fuel trims, idle speed, and shift timing. After a weak battery or voltage dip, that data becomes corrupted. I see it often on older Camrys, Accords, F-150s, and Silverados. The car feels sluggish, shifts hard, or idles roughly. Nothing is mechanically wrong. The computer just needs a clean slate. Here's how to do it properly. Turn the ignition completely off. Disconnect the negative battery cable first, then the positive. Press and hold the brake pedal for 30 seconds to drain the remaining charge. Wait 20 minutes. Reconnect positive first, then negative. Tighten everything securely before starting the engine. Start the car without touching the throttle. Let it idle for 10 minutes. Some warning lights may disappear. The transmission may shift smoother. Drive gently for 15 minutes while it relearns. Important warning: this can erase radio presets, clock settings, and security codes. Always check if your vehicle has a radio unlock code before disconnecting the battery. Don't use this if you hear knocking or see flashing lights. This won't fix broken parts. But when it's just electronic confusion, this reset works. I've seen it restore performance countless times. Reset 3. OBD2 Scanner Reset. You don't need a fancy shop visit to understand your car. I've seen drivers panic over a simple check engine light thinking the worst. Meanwhile, an OBD2 scanner that costs about $20 to $30 can reveal the real story. Many warnings are just stored faults, not failures. When used correctly, this tool lets you read codes, check live data, and reset the system safely without guessing or wasting money. Modern cars constantly store trouble codes and live sensor information. Even after the issue disappears, the light can remain. This method works because it targets only the computer system. Unlike a battery disconnect reset, it doesn't wipe your clock, radio presets, or security settings. It simply resets electronic control unit faults while keeping personal settings safe. Here's step-by-step method. Plug the OBD2 scanner into the diagnostic port under the dashboard. Insert the key and turn it to the on position without starting the engine. Read the trouble codes first and write them down. Check the live sensor data, then select clear codes and confirm the reset carefully. Start the engine and let it idle quietly. Watch the dashboard for changes. The check engine light may disappear quickly. Some traction or ABS lights may also clear if they were temporary. The electronic control unit begins a relearn period. Drive gently at mixed city and highway speeds afterward for proper recalibration. Never clear codes blindly if the engine runs rough. Misfire or flashing lights mean real danger. OBD2 scanners now cost under $30, saving money in the long term. I use this reset often because it's precise, safe, and controlled. Reset 4. Throttle Body Relearn Procedure. Here's something most drivers don't realize. A throttle body can feel bad, even when it's perfectly fine. I've seen cars idle rough or hesitate badly, and owners get quoted $400 for parts they never needed. In many cases, the throttle just lost its calibration. A simple relearn fixes it for free. Modern throttle bodies are fully electronic. They learn airflow positions over time based on driving habits and carbon buildup. When the battery goes weak or the throttle gets cleaned, that memory can reset incorrectly. The result is unstable idle, slow response, or stalling. The system just needs to relearn its baseline position. To perform the procedure, turn the ignition to on without starting the engine. Leave it there for about 30 seconds. Turn the ignition off and wait another 30 seconds. Start the engine without touching the gas pedal. Let it idle quietly for about 10 minutes. During this reset, idle speed may move up and down. That's normal. The electronic control unit is relearning airflow and throttle angle. Some check engine lights or idle warnings may disappear once calibration finishes. Afterward, drive gently for a few minutes so the computer can adapt smoothly to real driving conditions. Do not use this reset if the throttle plate is mechanically stuck. Also, avoid it if you hear grinding or see severe warnings. This won't fix broken hardware. But when calibration is the problem, this works incredibly well. I use it all the time. If these reset tricks make sense, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next fixes. Many drivers save hundreds just by learning these simple methods. Now let's move on to the next reset, which could solve another problem your car may be hiding. Reset 5. Throttle body reset via pedal. The pedal throttle reset sounds simple, but it works when throttle response feels delayed or jerky. I've had drivers ready to replace sensors, yet nothing was broken. The system just needed a reset sequence to relearn the pedal input and throttle position properly. Modern cars use electronic throttle mapping. The computer translates pedal movement into throttle opening. Over time, voltage changes or battery issues confuse that mapping. You press the pedal and the car hesitates. This reset retrains the system, so pedal signals match throttle response accurately, restoring smooth acceleration and better drivability. To perform it, turn the key to on without starting the engine. Wait 3 seconds. Press the gas pedal fully and release slowly 5 times within 5 seconds. Wait 7 seconds. Then press and hold the pedal down for 10 seconds until the check engine light blinks or changes. Release the pedal fully and wait 10 seconds. Turn the ignition off. Now start the car normally and let it idle without touching the pedal. The throttle begins recalibrating itself. Many drivers notice smoother takeoffs and better response almost immediately after this reset completes properly. Don't use this reset if the engine stalls constantly or shows severe faults. Mechanical throttle damage will not be fixed here. Always work safely with the car in park. When done correctly, this costs nothing and often restores factory throttle feel. Reset 6. Soft ECU drain via battery jumper cable. Soft ECU drain is one of my favorite resets. It sounds technical, but it's simple. I use this when the car acts confused after battery issues. Instead of wiping everything like a full battery disconnect, this drains the remaining charge, so modules restart cleanly without harsh memory loss or unnecessary resets. Modern vehicles have multiple modules holding small electrical charges. Even after disconnecting the battery, some systems stay partially awake. That lingering power keeps bad data alive. Draining the system removes residual charge. forcing computers to reboot properly and clear temporary glitches that cause random warning lights or strange behavior. To safely do it, disconnect both battery terminals completely. Use a jumper cable to connect the loose positive and negative terminals. Never touch the battery posts during this step. Leave them connected for about 10 minutes. This safely drains stored energy from the vehicle electronics. Remove the jumper cable. Reconnect the battery terminals properly. Start the engine and let it idle quietly. Some warning lights may disappear after a few minutes. The ECU enters a relearn phase, so drive gently for the first few miles while the systems rebuild adaptive values for smooth operation. Never do this if you are unsure about battery safety. Sparks near batteries are dangerous. Always keep cables away from the battery itself. This reset won't fix real mechanical failures, but for electrical confusion, it works surprisingly well. Reset 7. Reset via the car's menu. Many newer cars hide a reset option in the menu. Drivers panic when warning lights appear, yet the fix is sometimes right on the screen. I've seen owners spend money unnecessarily, even when their cars already have a manufacturer-designed reset function for exactly these temporary electronic issues. Modern vehicles store service reminders and minor system faults. These are often software alerts, not mechanical problems. The menu reset works because it tells the ECU to refresh certain learned values or maintenance counters. It's controlled and safe, unlike random resets that erase multiple settings or important stored data. To reset it, turn the ignition on or start the engine. Open the settings or vehicle menu on the dashboard screen. Navigate to service, maintenance, or vehicle status. Select Reset, confirm the prompt, and follow any instructions shown. Each brand labels this slightly differently, so read carefully. After the reset, maintenance reminders may disappear. Some soft warning lights can clear too. The vehicle may undergo a brief relearn period during driving. You might notice small idle or shifting changes at first. That's normal as the systems recalibrate to your current driving habits and conditions again. Don't use menu resets to ignore serious warning messages. If the car drives badly or sounds wrong, get it inspected. This method is intended only for temporary faults and maintenance reminders. Still, it's free, safe, and built-in. If you've made it this far, you already know how much money these simple resets can save. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss more tips that keep your car running smoother, longer, and for free. Reset 8. Transmission reset. Ever felt your car slam into gear or hesitate before shifting? One moment it holds a gear too long. The next it shifts so early the engine feels weak. What many drivers don't realize is that modern automatic transmissions are constantly learning your driving style. The computer records how hard you accelerate, how often you brake, and how you drive in traffic. Over time, especially after a weak battery, years of stop-and-go driving, or electrical glitches, those learned patterns can become inaccurate. When that happens, the transmission begins making poor decisions. Shifts feel harsh, delayed, or unpredictable. The good news is the gearbox itself is usually fine. The computer just needs a fresh start. Here's how to reset the transmission memory. Insert the key and turn it to the on position without starting the engine. Press the brake pedal firmly and slowly move the gear selector through park, reverse, neutral, and drive, pausing a few seconds in each position. Leave the shifter in drive for about 30 seconds, then move it back to park. Start the engine and drive gently for the next 10 minutes so the transmission can relearn your driving style. Most drivers notice smoother shifts, less hesitation, and more predictable acceleration. It often feels like the gearbox suddenly remembered how to behave. But even with perfectly smooth shifting, something else can still make a car feel unstable. An idle that shakes, surges, or feels like the engine might stall. And that brings us to the next reset. Reset 9. Idle air control reset. You stop at a red light, and suddenly the engine starts shaking. The RPM needle jumps up and down, or worse, the engine nearly stalls. Then the next time you drive, the idle races unusually high for no clear reason. These symptoms often point to the idle air control system being out of sync with the engine computer. This can happen after disconnecting the battery, cleaning the throttle body, or when the ECU simply loses track of how much air the engine needs at idle. Instead of replacing parts, many times the system simply needs to relearn the correct airflow. Here's the simple reset process. Start the car and make sure all accessories are turned off. That means the AC, headlights, radio, and anything else drawing power. Let the engine idle undisturbed for about 5 minutes. Turn on the AC and headlights, then let the engine idle for another 5 minutes. Switch everything off again and take the car for a short drive so the ECU can finalize its adjustments. Once the process is complete, the idle should settle into a steady rhythm. No shaking, no surging, and no embarrassing stalls at stoplights. But while a rough idle can be frustrating, there's another dashboard warning that can make drivers instantly nervous. The airbag light. Reset 10. Airbag light reset. You start the car and suddenly notice a small but alarming symbol glowing on the dashboard. The airbag warning light. Immediately, questions start running through your mind. Are the airbags disabled? Is there a serious safety issue? In many cases, the system is actually fine. Something as simple as a weak battery, a temporary sensor glitch, or unplugging the seats while cleaning the interior can trigger the warning light. The system simply recorded a fault and never cleared it. Before assuming the worst, a quick reset can sometimes remove these false alerts. Here's how to do it. Turn the key to the on position without starting the engine. Wait for the airbag light to illuminate and watch closely. The moment the light turns off, quickly turn the key back to the off position. Repeat this process 3 to 4 times in a row. Start the car normally and check whether the warning light stays off. If the light remains off, the issue was likely just a temporary glitch. Your airbag system is still active and ready if you ever need it. But while a warning light can be stressful, there's another issue that quietly drains your wallet every week: poor fuel economy. That's where the next reset becomes surprisingly powerful. Now let's look at a reset that can actually improve fuel efficiency. Reset 11. Fuel trim reset. Have you noticed your car burning more fuel lately, even though your driving habits haven't changed? Maybe the throttle feels slightly sluggish, or the fuel gauge seems to drop faster than it used to. What's often happening behind the scenes is something called fuel trim adjustment. The engine computer constantly modifies how much fuel it injects based on sensor feedback. Over time, things like a dirty air filter, poor fuel quality, or a temporary sensor error can cause the ECU to make incorrect adjustments. The problem is those corrections can become stored as long-term fuel trims, even after the original issue is gone. That means the engine may still be adding too much fuel or not enough, reducing performance and wasting gas. A fuel trim reset clears those stored values and lets the computer start fresh. Here's how to do it. Disconnect the negative battery cable and leave it disconnected for about 30 minutes. Reconnect the battery and make sure the terminal is tight and secure. Start the car and let it idle for a few minutes without touching the accelerator. Take the car for a short drive at varying speeds, including city roads and highway if possible, so the ECU can relearn proper fuel delivery. Many drivers notice quicker throttle response, stronger acceleration, and improved fuel economy after this reset. It's almost like giving the engine computer a clean slate to balance power and efficiency again. Now you know the reset tricks mechanics use before replacing parts, and they cost nothing. When done correctly, these steps can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars while restoring smooth performance. Always drive gently after a reset and let the car relearn. Simple rule: reset first, repair second. If this helped you, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me which reset worked. And watch our next video for more hidden car fixes.